Welcome back. Martin Savage just said it. People kind of dumbfounded after that news conference, is in a very public way. Attorneys for George Zimmerman, well, I guess you call them former attorneys, basically up and quit yesterday. They said they've lost contact with George Zimmerman, so therefore they cannot represent him. Last heard from him or communicated with him on Sunday. So that's thrown another wrench into all this. George Zimmerman does not have representation. You have a ton of questions off that. HLN's social media producer, Anna Gonzalez, she monitors Twitter, Facebook, our own website, looking for what questions you have. And we have defense attorney Meg Strickler as well here to answer some of them. So, Anna, what are folks asking?
Well, Mike, yesterday was explosive, and we do have somebody actually behind the HLN TV account and the Facebook.com/HLN account, and that's me. And so I'm watching with you guys, just seeing all of these comments and questions come in. So this is our Twitter page, and you can see we have 15 tweets for just one Trayvon Martin tweet. And you can see on Facebook.com/HLN hundreds and hundreds of comments. And so we're doing something a little bit different today. We're opening up the Facebook page right here, as you can see it, and we're allowing you to post your comments publicly. So you can tell us, what are you thinking? What are you seeing? What are your questions? Since we've been having so many. And so, Meg, that's why I'm really excited to be able to ask these questions to you. So we have the first one. This is from our Twitter account. And this user says, should these attorneys be spilling their guts so much about Zimmerman's case when they wouldn't want him to be doing the same?
That's an excellent question, and I really love social media for people to be asking these questions out there so that we can understand what a lawyer does. What a lawyer does is zealously represent their client, and there's a thing called an attorney-client privilege that we just heard Jose Baez actually define correctly. And what happened yesterday was an absolute circus act. Nothing about that press conference made any sense. You can't talk about your client's well-being out to the media. That's breaking ethics. It's one of the basic canons of being a lawyer. So it's an excellent question. No, they shouldn't have had a press conference like that. Should never have divulged anything about his well-being. They should have simply done a press release, a piece of paper saying, we can no longer reach our client, we're no longer representing him. Done.
Hey, Meg, it's Mike here. And most experts like yourself just totally dumbfounded against this. Was there anything positive? Because Uhrig gave what, the probably most public, passionate defense of George Zimmerman we've heard, right?
Yes. He's trying to try the case in the media.
Right.
And that is an angle one could do when they represent a client. I just think it was ill-timed. A, because you're coming out first saying, hey, I no longer represent him. But by the way, here's my opening statement, should I end up having to try this case. So it was just ill-timed. It wasn't a good thing to do at this stage. There are times when I can use the media in representing my clients. There are times. This was ill-timed.
Ill-timed.
Solely because you're saying, I don't represent him anymore. So what are you talking about? An hour of ranting and raving about this client in this case. Oh, but we don't represent him.
Yeah.
It really made a mockery of what representing a client means.
It was so interesting to listen to all that. Anna, what else are folks asking?
This is great, Meg. We have another question from Project Wide Awake. So whatever happened to telling George Zimmerman, don't leave town? I hear it all the time in cop shows. So why is this case such a mess?
You know what? I love hearing that, Jeff. It makes me think of Matlock. It makes me think of all the different TV shows out there. When you are simply being investigated by police, you can do whatever you want. He's not even a person of interest. He's not even a suspect. He's nothing. He can travel to Egypt. He can travel to Africa. He can go whatever he wants. He can do, and domestically, internationally, he can travel no matter what, freely, voluntarily. No one has got any attack on him right now. Now, let me point out, when you are arrested, the judge can issue, as part of your bond, orders that says you must stay within certain places, or they put a little ankle bracelet on you, a GPS monitoring service, so that it shows where you are at all times. That's what's probably going to happen in the future. But right now, George Zimmerman can do whatever he wants, wherever he wants, and however he wants. And the answer to that last question is, why is this case such a mess? I want to point out the prosecutor, the special prosecutor, is doing a great job right now. She's taking her time and methodically doing what needs to be done in this case, sifting through the evidence, and then she will draft charges, hopefully, that will be appropriate. She will not overcharge. And so right now, we'll probably hear the next, 60 hours, what she's going to do when she does her press conference.
Anna, we have time for one more.
Sure, this is great, Meg. So now remember, you can go to facebook.com/HLN right here and leave your comments because we will be taking more questions. So Meg, Rodney has this question from Facebook. So the question I pose is, can these attorneys be sued or disbarred for their actions?
Can they be sued for ethically violating a canon? All bars, all state bars have rules that we must follow. So they can sue for malpractice. Would it probably happen? I don't think so. Not much information was really divulged here. It just makes a mockery of our system. You need to adequately represent our clients zealously and not divulge information.
Hey, Meg, thank you so much. Anna, thank you.